Kenya's economy is facing a slowdown, with growth now projected at a modest 5.3% for the 2025-2026 financial year from 5.7% in 2024. But beyond the global shocks of COVID-19 and economic headwinds, experts are pointing to domestic unrest, protest, and demonstrations as a rising threat to economic stability. Emmanuel Kutosi now examines the cause of dissent and the deeper issues driving one of the most protest-active periods in Kenya's history.
The signs of economic fatigue are hard to miss. Shattered stalls, broken storefronts, and torched vehicles lining once bustling streets. The Treasury CES has also confirmed what already many felt. Protests are weighing heavily on the economy. Treasury Cabinet John Mbadi acknowledges that recurring unrest dampened investor confidence, slowing productivity and hurting livelihoods, particularly in urban economic hubs.
Compared to 5.7% in 2023, mainly due to adverse effects of floods in the second quarter and the anti-finance bill protests in the third quarter of 2024 that disrupted economic activities. In fact, our economy closed down for about 3 months.
Back in 2023, the pushback on the high cost of living was spearheaded by opposition leader Raila Odinga.
This last week, for more than 4 days, people demonstrated peacefully in Kisumu, in Migori, in various parts of the country. Even yesterday, the demonstrations in Kisumu were so peaceful, including taking a coffin to a police station, and the police were not rattled.
Wiki ijayo tutakuwa na mgomo na maandamano siku ya Jumatatu na siku ya Alhamisi.
Sure, the people of Kenya, adequate arrangements have been made in accordance with the laws of Kenya to protect life and property on Monday. And we ask the people of Kenya to go about their business unhindered.
Weeks of demonstrations saw Kenya's streets turn into battlegrounds, with protesters calling for government accountability and economic reforms. In 2024, it was the Gen Z who took to the streets.
We are peaceful! We are peaceful! We are peaceful!
The anti-finance bill protest that paralyzed major towns led to storming of parliament, the killing of at least 60 citizens, and reports of abductions that drew international attention.
Agwambo, this is a message to you. Usitoke, don't come. Agwambo, please stay at home. We saw your efforts, okay? We saw everything that you did for Kenya. Now let us. We miss you, but Agwambo, please don't even come outside. Don't come outside. Tunatoka on your behalf, okay?
For micro, small, and medium enterprises, also known as MSMEs, the toll was devastating. In June 25, 2025, demonstrations erupted across 24 counties, halting trade and services, with ripple effects felt in tourism, logistics, retail, and agriculture.
To the MSME sector, your resilience in our nation is our nation's strength. Your success is our collective prosperity. Kenya will not be held hostage by violence. We will protect our economy, defend our democracy, and secure the livelihoods of all Kenyans.
Wameru ambao mlisikia vile mambo ilifanyika. Jameni, hiyo sasa hiyo ni ugaifu. Na ni lazima tuseme vile ilivyo.
Yet beneath the broken glass and barricades lies a deeper truth. Economic frustration, youth unemployment, and high taxation are fueling a wave of public anger that no longer follows traditional political scripts.
As you may recall, the social unrest precipitated by the Finance Bill of 2024 brought to the fore the importance of values and principles of governance as enshrined in our Constitution. In response and to win public trust,
The irony, Observers note is striking. Financial protest causing financial loss.
If you fail to serve well, the people will come up and defeat you in an election with proper arrangement for replacement. And that replacement must include proper agenda, how we are going to deal with the issues which you have failed to solve. That replacement must include how we are going to deal with the issues of unemployment.
Kenya now holds a dubious distinction with the highest number of large-scale protests within the first half of a regime in the country's democratic history. As the country reels from the economic cost, pressure is mounting on the government to shift from suppression to solutions.
Kenyans have been very resolute in voicing their concerns that include overtaxation and high cost of living, unemployment, need for protection of the poor and vulnerable, and more importantly, the need to reduce government expenditure and wastage of resources across the national and county governments.
Mbona mnamaliza watoto yetu? Mtatumalizia watoto paka lini? Simkae chini muongee na vijana, msikilizane. Wanalelia haki yao.
Mtu anaitwa president wetu Ruto ni asikize watoto, aite wakae chini waongee wasikizane. Last year alikanyeshwa wakati ya finance bill, akasikia, akavunja kamati yote. Hata saa hii Monday ni 7/7 na ni siku ikumbukao mpaka na wakongwe wenye walikufa hiyo wakati. Ruto, tunakuomba ukuje ongea na vijana wadogo wakusikize.
Dialogue, economic reforms and inclusion being touted as the only sustainable path forward.
The best that I can to protect everybody and to protect everybody's business, because it is the responsibility that I have at the moment. Until that responsibility is exercised by somebody else, I will do it, you know. So let's just be clear that we cannot continue in this manner. We have to find another way of doing business. We cannot continue this way.
Emmanuel Kutosi, KUTV.